I think one of the most important sentences in English is, "Could you please repeat that?" It shows you're actively listening and want to understand.
Absolutely, and don't forget, how do you say this in English? It's a great way to learn new words and phrases.
Also, using please and thank you often is crucial. It's not just polite, but it also creates a positive impression.
Right, and asking, "Can you help me with this?" is a good way to seek assistance. It shows you're willing to learn and engage.
And never underestimate the power of, "I'm sorry." It can smooth over many misunderstandings in communication.
I think the key to speaking English well is to practice regularly.
Absolutely, and it's important to listen to native speakers as much as possible.
I also find that learning phrases, not just individual words, helps a lot.
That's true. Using language in context is crucial for understanding.
Don't forget the importance of body language and tone, they convey a lot in conversations.
Yes, and being confident in your speaking, even if you make mistakes, is vital.
What can be considered important sentences in speaking English?
Well, basic greetings like, "Hello," and "How are you?" are essential.
True. Also, phrases for daily activities, like, "Can I help you?" or "Thank you."
Don't forget the importance of polite phrases, such as, "Please," and "Excuse me."
Right, and questions like, "Where is the restroom?" are practical in many situations.
Exactly. Being able to express needs and feelings, like, "I need help," or "I'm happy," is also crucial.
And understanding common phrases in various contexts is vital for effective communication.
What else can be considered important phrases in speaking English?
I think "please" and "thank you" are essential. They show politeness and respect.
Absolutely. Also, phrases like, "Excuse me," and "Sorry," are important, especially in social situations.
Yes, and questions like, "How are you?" or "Can I help you?" are great for starting conversations.
Definitely. Knowing how to apologize and ask for information politely is crucial in any language.
Right, and understanding common idiomatic expressions can also be really helpful.
So, what would be considered important sentences for understanding spoken English?
Firstly, common greetings and responses are essential, like, "Hello, how are you?"
Absolutely. And phrases for everyday situations, such as, "Can you help me?" or "Where is the nearest store?"
Don't forget phrases for emergencies, like, "Call 911 feet" or "I need a doctor."
True. And questions to clarify misunderstandings, such as, "Could you repeat that?" or "Do you mean?"
Also, learning some phrases expressing opinions and feelings is helpful, like, "I think," or "I feel."
Yes, and mastering polite requests and expressions of gratitude, like please and thank you.
So, what are the differences between English and Hindi?
Firstly, the sentence structure in English is subject-verb-object, but in Hindi, it's usually subject-object-verb.
Also, English is not a gendered language like Hindi. In Hindi, verbs and adjectives change according to gender.
True, pronunciation is another key aspect. Hindi is phonetic, meaning it's pronounced the way it's written, whereas English often isn't.
And don't forget, English uses articles like a, n, and, the, which don't exist in Hindi.
Absolutely. These differences make translating between the two languages quite challenging but interesting.
Do you think it's easy for Hindi speakers to learn English?
It can be challenging, but knowing multiple languages generally helps in learning another.
True. Also, understanding common phrases in their context is crucial in English.
Absolutely. And practice makes perfect, especially in pronunciation and grammar.
Listening to native speakers and imitating them can be very effective.
Yes, and don't forget the importance of building a strong vocabulary.
Regular reading and exposure to different contexts help with that.
Indeed, learning English, like any language, requires patience and consistent effort.
Have you ever felt frustrated while learning English?
Yes, especially with idioms and phrasal verbs. They can be really confusing.
I agree. Context is so important in English. It changes the meaning of words entirely.
True. For instance, break a leg doesn't literally mean to break your leg, but to do well.
And don't get me started on pronunciation. It can be a real challenge.
Absolutely. But I think immersing yourself in the language helps a lot.
For sure. Watching movies, listening to music, and talking with native speakers.
Exactly. Practice makes perfect, as they say.
So, how did you overcome setbacks when learning English?
Persistence was key. I surrounded myself with English media.
That makes sense. Immersion really helps with language acquisition.
Absolutely. And learning key phrases first made conversations easier.
I found that understanding cultural context is also crucial.
Definitely. It's not just about the language, but how it's used.
Do you have any tips for improving pronunciation?
Listening and repeating after native speakers was very helpful.
And patience, right? It takes time to develop fluency.
Exactly. Being patient and consistent is the key to mastering any language.
Thank you for the valuable conversation today.
Have a great day.